Hey guys, it's Taylor. I just wanted to share with you a flow today that has our peak pose in it. So crow pose or Bakasana if you watched the last video. If you haven't, go watch it. If you don't want to take it, don't feel pressured, there'll be another option. But if it is available to you, I encourage you to try it. Especially during this time where we're alone at our houses and there's nobody to really judge us and there's no pressure for us to perform or feel like we need to do everything perfectly. We're just in our comfort zone and it's free to play and laugh at ourselves when we fall and fail. So without further ado, let's get started in child's pose. So come to your hands and your knees. Bring your knees as wide as comfortable for you with your big toes touching behind. Send your hips back towards your heels as you reach your arms as far to the top of the mat as possible. Maybe find blocks. Maybe the forehead finds the ground, or maybe your forehead finds the block. Play around with different variations of child's pose, but wherever you are, stay there and start to focus on your breath. Really trying to breathe deep into your belly. Today I also wanted to focus on this idea of an Ujjayi breath. So some of you that have taken my classes may be familiar with this word. If you're not, an Ujjayi breath is this audible breath. For me in yoga, it was really hard at the beginning because it's this union. Yoga means to yoke together or union. And it's this union of breath and movement together. And that I think was the hardest part for me when I first started learning, was to try and move with my breath. And now that I understand yoga a little bit more, it's become a lot easier. But I think a tool that really helped me was the Ujjayi breath, because like I said, it's this audible breath. And when you can hear it, you know when you're breathing, you know when you're not. So when you stop hearing that breath, it's a trigger for your mind to be like, oh, I'm not breathing. I need to find my breath again, you know. So this Ujjayi breath, like I said, is an audible breath, so you can hear it. And how you do that is you breathe in through your nose, keep the mouth closed, and as you exhale, breathe out through your nose, but constrict the back of your throat. So you should create heat in the back of your throat. And you should be able to hear it. It's an audible breath. It may be quiet at first, but the more and more you do it, I think the louder you can get it to become. Again, with each breath, trying to keep it full and into the belly. But again, using this time that we're alone and we don't feel judged, to where we can let it out, let this noise out, and feel okay with it. I think sometimes when I first learned this, doing it in a practice around other people, letting other people hear my breath was very weird for me. But I think it's just a comfortability thing, and now I think I almost challenge people in the yoga studio, like whose breath can be louder, you know, who can have the bigger Ujjayi breath. So it's definitely something you have to get used to, and I think right now is the perfect time to get used to it by yourself, in your own realm, on your own mat, in your own time. So stay here in child's pose, try and find that Ujjayi breath and practice with it today. Try and keep it throughout the whole practice, this audible breath. Now make your way to tabletop position. So come the hands and the knees, the hands stack underneath the shoulders, the knees stack directly underneath the hips, the feet are in line with the knees now. And then with your next inhale, cow pose, drop the belly, lift the gaze, spread the shoulders away from the ears to broaden through the chest. Then exhale, curl and round cat pose, puff up through the shoulder blades, tuck the tailbone and the chin. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, spread the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, curl and round cat pose, puff up through the shoulders, tuck the tailbone and the chin. Inhale, last time, lift the gaze, cow pose. Exhale, curl and round, really push through the hands, puff up through the shoulders. Inhale, find that neutral spine. Thread the needle, inhale, right arm sweeps high. Exhale, right shoulder, right ear, come to the mat. Left arm can reach either out in front or find a bind on your right thigh. Wherever you are, focus on stretching through the shoulders and focus on that Ujjayi breath. Your next inhale, unwind the bind if you took it. The left hand comes underneath the left shoulder, push yourself back up. The right arm reaches high again. Exhale, the right hand finds the mat. Inhale, left shoulder, this time left arm high. Exhale, thread the needle, left side, left shoulder, left ear, come to the mat. Inhale, right arm to the top of the mat or up and around, find that bind. Try and keep the hips even here. The breath still full, almost feel the belly push against the thighs. you took the bind, go ahead and unwind. Take the right hand to the mat. Inhale, push yourself back up tall. The left arm sweeps back up. And then exhale, the left hand finds the mat again. Inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Push through the index fingers to lift the hips high. Reach the heels down towards the mat. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Push the chest towards the thighs. Bend the knees if your hamstrings are really tight. And then with your next inhale, the gaze comes up to the top, or the right leg sweeps high, sorry, three-legged dog. Keep the right pinky toe dialed down, so we're not trying to open the hip here. Trying to keep the hip squared down towards the mat. Then as you exhale, bring the knee through and the foot through to low lunge. Squeeze through the inner thighs. Lift the chest, the gaze. Then as you exhale, standing splits, launch off the back foot to the front foot. Lift the left heel high. Really root through that right leg, so extend yourself away from the ground. Reach the forehead and the shin down towards the shin. The forehead down towards the shin. On your next exhale, step the left foot to meet the right foot. Inhale, Tadasana, bend the knees, engage the quarter. Sweep to standing, arms sweep to standing. Then as you exhale, catch the arms. Bend the elbows, lift the chest, the gaze, lift through the sternum. Inhale, long, flat spine all the way down, forward fold. Exhale, release the neck at the bottom. Inhale, halfway lift, roll the shoulders away from the ears, lengthen through the spine. Then as you exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step the left foot back, low lunge. From here, full inhale, full crescent lunge, squeeze through the inner thighs, lift the chest above the hips, roll the shoulders away from the ears. Again, really squeeze through the inner thighs, push the left heel up off the mat as much as possible on those left toes. Then as you exhale, take the hands behind and clasp them together, pull the thumbs down towards the ground, chest expansion. Your next inhale, launch off the back foot to the front foot, warrior three with chest expansion. So start to load the weight on your right foot and then start to flex the left toes as your foot comes up off the ground. Start to tilt the chest forward a little bit more, trying to find this L shape. Pull the thumbs back towards the back wall so the crown of the head reaches forward. Your next inhale, unwind the arms, step the left foot to meet the right chair pose. Squeeze through the midline, let the weight be in the heels. Maybe you lift the toes, roll the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, take a twist. Hands come heart center, left elbow to the outer edge of the right knee. Push through the hands to rotate the chest a little bit more. Try and keep the knees in line with one another. The left knee wants to sneak forward, pull it back in line with the right. If you have a hard time with that, bring the elbow to the center of the knees instead of outside. Your next inhale, start to hover the left leg up off the ground. Then slowly start to step the left foot all the way back to the twisted or revolved low lunge, or low crescent, sorry, full crescent. Continue to push through that left elbow. Try and stay even through both hips. And then your next inhale, big motion here. You're gonna TikTok open all the way to warrior two. The back heel moves to a 90-degree angle. Front toes stay facing forward. Pinch the shoulder blades back and together. Watch that front knee, try not to let it pass the front ankle. Open through the hips. Open this right knee, try not to let it collapse inwards like this. Try and pull it open towards this back wall. The gaze is over your front fingertips. Your next inhale, reach forward as much as possible. Extended side angle pose. Left arm comes high. The right arm can come down to the shin, block or the earth. But that right arm's assisting in keeping this right knee open. You can take your left arm and reach it forward towards the top of the mat, if that's available to you. And then with your next exhale here, flying monkey, the left hand's gonna swing down, bend your left knee and start to straighten the right leg out as you bring your chest over towards the left side of your body. Try and flex the right toes. Maybe you stay really lifted. Be mindful of the body. Your next inhale, moving back into a side angle pose, start to rebend your right knee. Take the right hand back to the earth or the block, and then take that left hand high. Remember to stay lifted here though. Try not to collapse through the right side body. Then as you exhale again, left hand comes down and around, come back to flying monkey, re-straighten the right leg, the chest towards the left side of the body. Then your next inhale again, rebend the right knee, right hand comes to the block or the earth, open the chest and lift the left arm high, extended side angle pose. And then your next inhale here, spin on the back toes, squeeze through the inner thighs, full crescent lunge. Exhale, airplane arms. Now you tilt the chest forward and fingertips sweep back. Inhale, Ekapada Tadasana. Launch off the back foot to the front foot. Lift the left knee. And then exhale, ankle over knee pose. cross the ankle above the knee, not on the knee. And then start to open through this left knee towards the back wall. When you're ready, or you can stay here if you like. If you'd like more, full figure four. Slowly start to sit the hips back like you're sliding your back down a back wall. Just like in chair pose, we want to see our toes behind your knee. If you want, you can slowly start to reach the chest forward and fingertips forward. Maybe the hands come all the way down, release the neck. And then your next inhale, the arms sweep overhead. Exhale, the left foot touches the ground. Swan dive, the arms down, forward fold. Release the neck to the bottom. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, heel toe the feet apart now. A little bit more than hip distance apart. Heels point in, toes point out. Sit the hips low, Malasana. So this should look familiar if you watch the crow pose or the pig pose video. So push the elbows into the knees, open the hips. This is a lot for you. Always an option to grab a block or two underneath the tush to help support you here. If not, if this is even too much for you, you can always go just here to horse pose, way up here. So instead of letting the hips sit low down here, you can stay lifted up here. Still heels point in, toes point out. So stay here if you would like to not take the pig pose, but if you'd like to take the pig pose, now is where we add it in. Take the hands to the mat, slowly start to lift the knees up into the armpit. One thing I forgot to mention in that video is squeeze the elbows in towards the midline like chaturanga arms. Take the heels up off the ground. Maybe you flutter one at a time. A little recess here for you to play, in and out. If you'd like to do any other pose or any other stretch while you're here in Malasana, if you chose not to take it, now's the time to do so. Just a little recess to play, laugh at yourself when you fall. Again, reminder, you can grab blocks if your wrists are sore. But keep that Ujjayi breath in mind, even in your peak poses. All right, and then whenever you're ready to move on, we're gonna meet back in Malasana frog pose or in your horse pose. From Malasana, reach the arms forward, elephant pose, point the toes forward, bend the knees, shelf the belly on the thighs. Exhale, forward fold, release the neck to the bottom. Inhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, chaturanga flow, whatever that means for you. Maybe we'll just meet in downward facing dog. From down dog, full inhale. Now the left heel reaches high, three-legged dog. Keep the left hip closed. Exhale, bring it through, low lunge. The left foot plants between the hands, stacked underneath the knee. And then your next inhale, launch off the back foot to the front foot, standing splits. Lift the right heel high. Reach the forehead down towards the shin. Extend the ground away through your left leg. Your next exhale, step the right foot to meet the left, bend the knees deep. Inhale, arms sweep overhead to Tadasana. Exhale, take the back bend, catch the arms, lift the chest, and the gaze. Exhale, long flat spine all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen through your spine. Exhale, bend your knees. Step your right foot back this time, low lunge. The feet hip width distance apart. And then from here, full inhale, full crescent lunge, squeeze through the inner thighs, lift the chest up, roll the shoulders away from the ears, push on the right toes to really lift the right heels up. Exhale, bring the hands down and around, clasp them behind your back, and pull the thumbs down towards the mat, chest expansion. Full inhale, moving into warrior three with chest expansion. Launch off your back foot to your front foot, reach the chest forward, start to tilt the chest a little bit more, and reach the right heel back towards the back wall. Engage your core, find something to look at. And then your next inhale, unwind the arms, take the right foot to meet the left foot. Weight in the heels, chair pose. Sit the hips low, reach the arms high, roll the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, take a twist, the hands come heart center. Right elbow the outer edge to the left knee or in the middle of the knees if it's too much. Again, rotate the chest. Be mindful of the knees and where they go. Try not to let one sneak in front of the other. And then with your next inhale, slowly start to hover your right leg and step it all the way back for a revolved full crescent twist. Push through the hands to really rotate the chest towards the side wall. Squeeze through the inner thighs. This should be really challenging, guys. Laugh at yourself if you fall. Laugh at the lack of balance. And then your next inhale, all the way open to warrior two. So big motion here. TikTok the arms all the way open. Front foot stays, back foot moves to this 90-degree angle. The heels bisect each other. Arms at a T, pinch the shoulder blades back together. The gaze is over the front fingertips. Pull the arms in opposite directions. The arms work just as much as the legs here. And then with your next inhale, reach forward as much as possible. Exhale, extended side angle pose. Right arm reaches high. Left hand to the block, shin, or the earth. Try and rotate the chest, the shoulders up. And then your next exhale, you got that flying monkey, so bring the right arm down and around. Start to bend your right knee and extend your left leg. The chest on the right side of the body this time. Your inhale, you re-bend this left knee. Bring the left hand back to the block or the shin of the earth. Reach the right arm back high. Remember to keep drawing energy outside the outer edge of your back foot. The right hand can reach forward if you like, and then your next exhale, come back to that flying monkey pose. The hands come heart center. Maybe hover the hands, or maybe use them to help tiptoe you back to your extended side angle pose. Lift through the left side body. Your next inhale, this time pivoting on the back toes, square the hips back to the front of the mat. Squeeze through the inner thighs, push off your right toes, lift your heel up. Full crescent lunge. Exhale, tilt the chest forward, the fingertips sweep back. Airplane arms. Then your next inhale, Ekapada Tadasana. The right leg lifts, come onto the left leg. And then your next exhale, find ankle over knee pose. So the ankle crosses on the thigh, above the knee, not on the knee. Open the right hip, so pull the right knee towards the back wall. Find all four corners of that left foot if you'd like more. Full figure four. Slowly start to slide your back down a wall. Keep the weight evenly distributed in your left foot. Use your core. If you'd like, reach the arms forward, but really trying to open through this right hip. Blocks, if you need them, if you like them. And then your next inhale, unwind, sorry. The arms lift overhead, the right foot touches. And then exhale, forward fold. Hinge up the hips, reach the chest forward. Release the neck at the bottom. And then as you inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, heel toe the feet, hip width distance apart. The heels point in, the toes point out. Malasana or horse pose if Malasana is not available. Again, remember you can bring that tush onto a block if you need support. From Malasana, now is your recess or your playtime to play with crow pose. Remember the hands come to the mat, the gaze in front so that you go where your gaze is. Hands spread wide. Bring the knees and the armpits, come on the toes. Slowly start to shift the weight on the hands. Squeeze the elbows in towards one another, like chaturanga elbows, and start to lift one heel at a time. Remember to use that Mula Bandha, the low floor of the belly, to help lift, engage the core. Pull the heels to the glutes. See how long you can balance. Or maybe just work on fluttering one and then both feet. You have blocks if you like. Maybe you just stay in Malasana or in horse pose. You can go for shoulder stretches. Help open in the hips even more. And then when you're ready to move on, when you're done playing with crow pose, point the toes forward, elephant pose. Reach the arms forward and shove the belly on the thighs. Exhale, forward fold. As the release, bow the head at the bottom. And then bend the knees, plant the hands, step back, last chaturanga. And we'll meet where we started in child's pose. Knees as wide as comfortable. Big toes to touch, hips send back towards the heels. And that is our flow today, adding on our peak pose. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys are doing well. Let me know if you have any questions or any suggestions. Namaste, guys.